So just underway, the opening night of college basketball season. And a quick trigger from the wing is P.J. Horne. 7 minutes in, the lead is 6. Nolly, top of the key, and count that when he has 7. Virginia Tech shooting 53%. Wilkins off the mark, tracks it down. Beautiful dish inside for the basket. P.J. Horne connects. Hokies in their motion offense. Horne left open for a moment. Nolly, baseline, silky smooth operating down there. Nearly another turnover. Horne left open. Jams it in, and Tech is back in front. Block it and had no chance at the rack.
Well, SportsCenter Top 10. Take a look at P.J. Horne.
Shoot it, but he can find other ways to get the ball in the basket, too.
39 three-point attempts for Coppin State on Tuesday. Andrew Robinson misses his first of the night. P.J. Horne answers with another one.
Reach out and want to see Coach here in Castle Coliseum. So special night for Coach Young.
Can't wait for that exclusive interview with that fifth cousin later in the game, but we'll have to wait. More threes, the third of the night, the third different Hokie. His first 2 shots on Tuesday, hits his first 2 shots tonight. A picture-perfect start for the Hokies. And turnovers are mounting for the Eagles. Landers Nolly gets 2 Eagles to fly by. Bacon with the block. And now it ends up with Cone splashing the 3.
Job contesting that shot. Hokies flow into their secondary offense.
Horne, he hit 3 threes against Coppin. He's got 4 of his last 5 at home.
And offensive rebounds by Upstate now. That's something Mr. Mike Young will talk about at halftime.
Beatty draws 4 defenders. P.J. Horne, thanks for finding me. Night, easy layup. Sophomore point guard, he's got 5 seconds. Cutting along the corner, reversing and missing his good low. And Beatty will get the shot off, leave it a little short. First start of Tyrese Radford's career. It was tonight. And now we get to see P.J. Horne go to work in the post.
Yeah, he doesn't do a lot of stuff with his back to the basket.
Both these teams young. As always, losing a lot of players. Beatty off the mark. Good rebound, strong and up and in for the Hokies. The finish by Horne.
Doing a really good job of defending Virginia Tech's motion.
Little step back there for Horne, and Horne hits it.
This has been a real big story for Virginia Tech.
BA coming out of Lehigh. Coach Reed talking about what a great citizen he is. Nice little finish there near the bucket by Horne. 1 minute in to the second half. Creating his own space. That is well done by Horne.
Be fairly patient in the half court.
John Crosby had 17 points in the first 13 minutes against Long Island on Monday. Another early lead for Delaware State, but they cannot guard P.J. Horne. The escape save, but the misfire from inside by Pete Green. What great vision by Wabisa Beatty. 5 early points by Horne.
Wide open look in the first half.
Amir Bennett will give it back to Beatty. Wilkins, he is due for 3.
I know what Wabisa Beatty does. Of course, he was very instrumental in that game, 10 points, and very upset over the fact that Ahmed Hill's last shot didn't go in, but loves the fact that P.J. Horne is knocking down his first 3 of the game. Of course, they've been a great 3-point shooting team, as his teams at Wofford were, but he gives his team the ultimate green light and confidence. And because of that, they have approached this game. One of the things that you'll see from Virginia Tech when they get out in transition, they run to the 3-point line. They're not necessarily running for layups because they shoot it so well. They want to be able to find a 3 in transition.
Nolly, great speed. Horne the finish.
You have no answer for me?
It doesn't. No,
okay, I was just checking. All right, just making sure.
P.J. Horne buries a 3 to fire the Virginia Tech Hokies back in front.
Came into the game shooting over 53% from the 3-point arc, and you see off of the screen and roll.
Horne with the ball right here, he typically ends up having to guard the biggest post player on the other team.
He gets some revenge on the other end, though, at only 6'6". He's the number 5 for this Hokies team.
Got to keep playing solid defense, even when that shot isn't going in.
Piece of Beatty bounces over to P.J. Horne.
Great inside-out basketball back.
Kerfman back to Kramer, who lost it. 13 to shoot, and Lewis tried to dial inside, turned it over. 3 straight turnovers for VMI. Wholesale substitutions waiting at the table here for both schools. Inside, Horne gets the field goal. Baseline, Aline tried to slip it to Horne, and P.J. Horne over the taller Stevens for the basket.
They have already traveled over 12,000 miles in the destination today. Castle Coliseum inside, P.J. Horne. Beatty's pass is a good one. P.J. Horne. Virginia Tech is second in the nation in committing the least amount of fouls per game. Conference in Greensboro, North Carolina. 27th time Mike will have the tournament in Greensboro. Second 3 of the game, Mike. He'd only made 5 coming into the season. Yeah, wide open man.
In the corner, Horne loses control. Hughes eventually had it but lost it, and Virginia Tech regains possession. It's interesting, Beatty is the passer on the top of the key during this offense.
Well, that middle of the zone, that ACC logo, that's open.
Number 15 with the ball in his hand, just 3 to shoot. Quickly underneath. Beautiful play, and P.J. Horne finishes it up for the Hokies. Nolly's had a really quiet night for Virginia Tech. Finds Horne on the baseline, knocks down that shot.
And that's a penetrating pass.
6 to shoot. Nolly doesn't see it. Now he does. Horne from the corner. Nails it!
And that, and then this one, the ball again after a scattered possession. The ball ends up finding the corner, and give P.J. Horne a lot of credit.
Very few teams in the nation shoot more threes than Virginia Tech. Here's P.J. Horne. Buries another.
Well, I think that if you're Kevin Keach, you want to go back to what you were able to do earlier. Ball movement, try to exploit inside and inside out. You see great play by P.J. Horne.
And Couture got his hand in there cleanly in the cookie jar.
With all these rule changes establishing the offensive cylinder, making it easier to score, that is plenty easy for P.J. Horne.
Virginia Tech coming off a win Tuesday at Wake Forest. They've won 3 in a row. Their first shot of the game, up and good. P.J. Horne.
Got it in and got out to a lean. But again, you've got to be able to get the ball inside and out if you're going to give you a chance to get back in this game.
Final minute of our first half. Hughes going nowhere, had it ripped away.
Brooks has 15 first half points, and they've done that. But one of the things that North Carolina has done is keep the Hokies off the three-point line.
Once his guys believe they're good players, go make plays, but they play the right way. You see as that ball gets whipped around the horn, they assist on 62% of their basket.
Virginia Tech's 5th triple of the afternoon, and it's a 10-point lead.
Good recovery by Horne.
Poked it away, and Beatty was fouled.
In terms of that resume, whereas for BC, they're trying to snap a 4-game streak at home, a lot to play for.
Nolly, height advantage, got it.
Love it.
Could drive it as well. And that's the area where DJ Vasiljevic has improved each and every year, doing a much better job putting the basketball on the floor. And speaking of putting it on the floor, Rodney Miller at a disadvantage having to guard P.J. Horne out there.
Hokies a chance to tie with a triple, and they do. P.J. Horne, his second 3 of the night.
So it works out in favor for the Hokies, even though Mike Young definitely doesn't like the turnover.
Beverly, strong to the hole, lost control, out of bounds. And we have a timeout on the floor. Nolly calls his own number. Gets his own miss. Couture for 3. Got it.
Like Coach Young talked to Katie about at halftime, get a couple stops and find themselves with the opportunity to get a win in the end.
Spin move by Walker, had it blocked by Horne.
That was a great defensive possession by P.J. Horne.
Usher breaking out. In transition, and a collision in the lane, and a tie-up on the play. 32-16, the Yellow Jackets. Nice pass. And finished on the other end by P.J. Horne. The Yellow Jacket defense has been impressive all over the floor, frankly. Two to get off a shot from the corner and swished in. Nice touch by Horne.
Him fourth in the league in scoring, and redshirt freshman, they get a turnover early. A lean, odd player breaking and falls.
Virginia Tech starting lineup so young. They have 6 freshmen or redshirt freshmen in the rotation, and there is Wabisa Beatty with a slam.
But he made a beautiful dime that time in the fast break game.
Abdul Kareem Koulibaly into the game. The freshman for Pitt had it pried away. Beatty. PJ Horne. Nice baseline jumper.
This Pitt team has been challenged offensively. They score best from their defense. They're not getting stops.
PJ Horne buries one. They get a triple team on Nolly. Nearly turned it over.
See, that's the one they got to get, the throw out.
And Horne makes him pay.
It's a blue light special.
Beatty in the paint, needs a safety valve. Horne falling away.
Handle something of the such, and again, they had losses at Clemson, and they lost at home to Louisville. Now he's been their guy over the last 6 games. Normally leading them in scoring, but also in rebounding, and continue to give that consistent effort.
Radford backs in. Horne lets it fly and hits from 3.
But we've worked 3 games together this year, and that's the second time you said that to me.
There's a 3 for Virginia Tech. Much needed, only their second.
Here's McMahon again. Entry pass, batted away. It's been sloppy, too.
Now you got a little bit of fatigue. You're usually playing 4-minute segments. You're bleeding into almost 6 minutes of going here.
In that loss, he was 4 for 14. Leonard Hamilton's team does that to a lot of people. Here's Horne to launch. Got that. And if they get that rolling, look out. Since then, they have lost 8 out of 9 games, and that youth has really shown up, as you mentioned. Horne pressured, but knocked it down anyway. Right now ranked 11. Johnson. Oh, nifty move there, but blocked there. Horne got a piece of it.
Hemingway's their best shooter. Over to Sims. At 6'9", he can shoot it too. Steal.
At the ball, they have quick hands. They get so many steals just off of knocking it out of hands on guys who are driving.
Horne for 3. Nothing but net. 5 turnovers now on the game so far for Virginia Tech. They're a team that doesn't turn it over very often. Clemson gives it back. Trap trying to get it to Sims. Beatty has a shot from half court. It's good if it goes. Off the backboard, no good. Inside to Sims.
Nice. PJ Horne, nice job coming all the way over.
A lean challenged. Makes the bucket and 1.
Defensive play. Look at PJ Horne come over to build that wall. What great help, and it leads to a bucket on the other end.
To Sims, he makes his turn on the baseline. Cut off, though, nicely by Radford. Now he's in trouble and turns it over. 2-on-1. Nice pass to Couture. 6 of 10 from beyond the arc. 67 overall. Horne looks to continue that trend and does. Against Couture.
When it rains, it pours. And we've seen that action where the penetration, you get that little Euro pitch back.
Beatty with 4 to shoot. He's going to have to drive. Opts to pass it out to Horne in the corner. Knocks down the 3.
Basketball, it's sucking in the defense. You got the offensive player playing behind, and man, they have been on fire.
We got 7 of 8 from the floor. 6 rebounds, contributing with a few dimes. Nice look to Horne, who finishes.
Again, the screener is the guy who's open, and there's just no communication by the Clemson defense.
Radford went for the save, and he was able to keep it in play somehow. Outstanding effort there on the baseline. And Horne will step in and knock down the 3. Now the Hokies right now just looking for somebody to put it in the basket. Horne fires. He finally hits one. Beyond the line.
6'10" defending the ball. Smart play.
Horne got the shot up there and he hit it. And that heave will not count regardless.
So I'll make sure that he gets
Catch
a
and
touch.
shoot is handcuffed, by the way.
Kels, of course, she's got to run the show, which means that Dallas Cuff's got to guard the other guy, because I'm not doing it.
Horne, meanwhile, bangs the three.